Hey guys, how's it going? Shwan, aka Baby Sham 33 here. So, just going to be doing a very quick stream. Really changed up some settings and so forth, and wanted to see kind of how everything uh, came along. Trying to solve some issues I was having regarding any, basically trying to sort out anything with lag and dropped inputs, just lag overall. Uh, so like I said, just been kind of playing with things a lot and hopefully it works out well. Yeah, so I do a quick adjustment here. Hopefully that looks good. All right. So as you see, I've just been kind of in the T5 basic um, arena. I'm not very far right now. I'm just on win streak number 9. I've been so lazy with arena. When I don't have to do arena, I really don't want to do arena. Um, and I should have really thought this out because um, Carnage is not the person that you want to use when fighting Elsa Bloodstone. Okay, so not too bad so far. Having a few drop frames, but everything had a drop frame, but doesn't look too bad. Overall, game quality wise. But as I was saying, like, when I don't have to do arena, as in I'm not grinding for a champion, or more than anything else, when I've come off of doing a large grind for a champion, arena is the last thing I want to do, and I'm so very lazy about it. But right now, I should be grinding more arena, as I do need battle chips and units. Okay. Add. Dex that. And Mole Man is definitely a fun hero to use. See if we can bait the special too. No, come on. Sometimes I forget that when you're fighting at this level, they never really want to use their specials. So let's just go for it. And oh yeah, I forgot Silver Surfer is immune to shock, so that was kind of stupid to do. His special 3 is something that I never really get to see. Um, okay, so now I do actually have to play seriously, as I do need to win the next 2 matches. Okay, not too bad. And perfect. And so normally what I'll generally do when I'm establishing my streak, I'll do the first um, 13 fights at the using my lower level heroes, and then I'll kind of I'll after that I'll go to my maxed out 4 stars. I'll get up to about fight 19, 20, and then I'll start using my 5 stars. So by that time, everything is pretty secure, and I am definitely, you know, I don't have to worry about any um, debt matches. And I will say this for Tigra, I think she could have been a much better champion with 1 or 2 things added to her utility set, but she's a really fun champ to play with. And so now we're at the point that they will start throwing their specials, but not really a problem. Give me 1 second, okay? All right, sorry about that. Same thing about Black Widow Deadly Origins. She does get a lot of flack. Um, but another fun hero to play with. I think that's kind of been the theme so far of these heroes released. Um, you know, they're not the like the top class heroes. I think we saw those in 2019. I mean, just 2019, you had your clairvoyant, your Doctor Doom, your Warlock, Sunspot. It's just like one banger after another. Um, but it seems that 2020 is like, okay, they're useful. Um, there's some scenarios that you might want to use them in, but we haven't had like, that hero that's like, um, let's see, Longshot's been fun. Um, he's not like, top mystic. Mojo's definitely a lot of fun, but not top mystic. Yeah, that's fine. And I should hopefully finish him off. Oh, wow, didn't. Like, it's funny, I actually got embarrassed by, so hard to say it, but I did get embarrassed the other day by Iron Fist. Um, as a 6 star, I was using, what was I using? Um, I know I was using one of my stronger heroes though. It might have even been like when I think about it, it actually might have been my rank 3 Invisible Woman, and like I was, setting up my streak and everything, and I think she should degen out. And yeah, I think for something happened, and I messed up, and I took like one combo, one special like a special one to the face or something like that. And I mean, I was full health and completely wiped me out. I was dumbfounded when it happened. What's going on? Hey, Striver, how's it going? Hey, Keto. Well, you guys tell me. I mean, how does it look? Um, you see, kind of popping up with a few drop frames, but overall, I mean, the quality looks good. So I was, like I said, I've been on some of my streams before. I was having some lag issues, like me looking at my OBS. The stream seems to be looking like it's going pretty well. So I won't be streaming very long tonight. Like I said, I was just kind of messing around with the settings and looks good but stretched. It's definitely smooth though. Oh, cool. Okay. So it looks stretched. Let me try to adjust that. See if we can kind of fix that. The stretch issue. So I've been playing around with a few different things. Um, so if I can sort it out, that would be awesome. And let's get kind of in there. How's the, does it still look stretched or? So, and that way. Hmm. Hmm. So still kind of like looking stretched out. So hopefully that made some improvement. Let me know how it if it still looks stretched out. At the same time, that's something I can play with another time. But I'm happy that I'm not lagging like crazy. So so I'm not normally streaming this time of night, but then at the same time, um, I'm also getting prepared with the incursions tournament coming up. So I'm going to be partnering up with Rob to do some incursions, and wanted to try to get the stream as best set up as best as possible, so everything is running smoothly for that. So we'll be doing an announcement with regards to the time and date that we'll be doing that. So definitely looking forward to it. Go. Oh, let me just concentrate for a second here. Hopefully, I can keep this red-haired devil from beating me. Ah, perfect. And at the same time, I'm using headsets, which I don't normally use headsets. So hopefully, I sound clear and everything is coming through nice and clear, nice and smooth. Right now, we're at a win streak of 14, so I can easily switch over and start to do some my top 5 stars. Sounds good, cool. Am I still stretched out, or did the adjustment I make kind of help with the problem? That was definitely a mistake of mine. Normally, I think it's barely stretched, but it's hard to notice. Okay, cool. I can deal with that. Let me pay attention and try to quake this Cyclops. And that should do it. Okay, perfect. And like I said, so Super has the Incursions tournament um, coming up. So I did want to kind of get myself set up because part of the rules is at least one person has to live stream it. It's preferred that both participants do live stream it so that, making sure you're not using any boost, you're not using like Corvus timeout tricks or anything like that. So like I said, I've been having some problems with regards to just drop frames and some lag issues and things like that. Um, I wanted to adjust my settings and do everything that I could so that the stream wouldn't be too janky. Like it's funny because incursions, I think, is one of my least favorite things to do. Um, so, but it should be a fun thing to do. Actually, Rob and I haven't gotten to do any incursion practice. Right now, he is in the midst of grinding for Tigra. And like I said, I'm not going to be streaming very long. I just wanted to get on here, do some testing and stuff like that. I'm going to go over to his stream once in a few, I'm probably going to close off in the next 5 minutes and go over to his stream and show him some support while he grinds out for the hero. I know very well, just kind of the pain it is in trying to grind out and making sure that you stay up and you have the energy to like close out at the end of the day. The trick to grinding out featured heroes is you can't miss um, around. So, for example, when it comes to your 6-star heroes, they refresh every at minimum every 12 hours. If you can get your alliance mates, it helps being an alliance because when they hit the hub button, it offsets it by a little bit. So if you can get your alliance mates to continually hit that help button, especially with your 6 stars, all suddenly if you can get that, from refreshing that 12-hour mark to down to like the 11, you know. So for example, Central Time, the arena starts at 12, 12 midday. If now you can get that time period to go down to like okay, where the champions are coming off of refresh at 11 and 10:30, it makes so much of a difference to kind of keep the score going. But that's the other trick to it. Like for me in Central Time, when those champions are coming off of refresh at 11 o'clock at night, I need to be up. So when you have when you're streaming and other folks are up there with you and they're chatting and they're kind of helping you keep awake and keep that energy going, it's like so important. If they streamer, yes, if they hit it. You've been in chat when I'm like begging, I'm like, please, please hit the help button. Because if they're not hitting the help button, that's the later that you're staying up at night because you can't miss around. With the 5 stars, it's a lot easier. It's every like 7 hours. Um, so technically, if you can like catch a nap, you catch a nap when you can and stuff like that. But you can do you can get your 5 stars in, every 7 hours. Not really a big problem. But like I said, for the 6 stars, you can't miss doing a round with your 6 stars. So yeah, it makes it very difficult when you have to, if you've had a long day and you then need to be up at um, at 10 o'clock, at 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's like when you look at the how many is in there now? Well, right now nobody's really grinding the green like that, but yeah, 86 in there. But sometimes when you look at it and it's like 400 and something in the queue, it it makes it a bit difficult to to like keep clicking through. And then of course sometimes it gets bugged where you click through but then like it just like it freezes. So it's like you're clicking the help button but none of them are like dropping off and you need to either close this, you need to like close it out and come back later or something like that or restart the game. Sometimes you don't even really want to do it, but yeah, no, it's appreciated. Like I said, trust me, there's sometimes when I look at it, I'm like, and I look at it and I'm like, wow, 400 people are hitting that help button. It's like, what the hell's going on? And you start clicking, and I'm just like tapping the screen, like tap, 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 and it's like barely coming down. And it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, you're, yeah, 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 you're doing the best. Which fight are you up to? Yeah, which fight in the abyss are you up to, and how many pats is this for you? I think you're on what, your third or fourth path? Oh, cool. So you're on the collector right now? The abyss is definitely a trip. I said I do like the added reward to the abyss for the 100%. I don't like the fact that they took away um, the 1500 shards. You know, I think that's the great problem with Kabam. They can't just, say, hey, after analyzing something, not fighting Symbiote Supreme. Okay, that's not. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. With there's lots of options that you can use for that fight. I'm assuming that you're using Human Torch. Um, but yeah, Kabam, they can't just like, all right, you know what? We reevaluated. Um, we reevaluated this bit of content, and we'd like to adjust the rewards accordingly. You know, here's the extra 15. Here's this extra reward that we think should go along based on what we've seen, um, or taking something into consideration. They need to go ahead and say, well, we're going to balance it out. We're taking away these 15,000 shards, and here's this new offer, and I think here's this new price. I think that's fundamentally wrong, especially considering that the folks that had gone ahead and finished it already, they've already gotten the 1500. I would not suggest to anybody that they go ahead and like power through Abyss just for 15,000 5-star shards. Yeah, leave the 15k 5 shards. Or even when I did my video earlier, I said, you know what? Like, okay, technically, you're adding a 6-star crystal to it. So, you know what? Take away 10, even if you take away 5k or take away 10k um, of the 6-star shards, but there's no reason to take away 15,000. Also, you're doing your fourth pat right now. I mean, if you're doing your fourth path right now and you got like one path left to go, yeah, that's not too bad. But if this is like, your, well, I mean, even if this is your third path and you got like two more paths to go, uh, yeah, I guess that's not terrible as long as you have time in the units. Yes, only one more. Okay, so then that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Go for it. Hoping you have some great luck with the pulls. Time for the dreaded massacre. Yeah. Um, I mean, if you're like, if your Aegon isn't like fully ramped up, I know Aegon is good for that fight. Because you're critting through the block. Um, I've seen people use Corvus for that fight. Um, did really well. The whole thing with that fight is like because you have to hit into the block. Um, he's like tuned up and can be super aggressive. So sometimes, just kind of finding the opening to hit into his block is a problem in itself. Okay, so yeah, you brought Carvis for it. Yep. Carvis is great for that. Because technically, if you're hitting into the block, you're not really running through your Corvus charges. Um, so, I mean, if hopefully he's like laying back enough where he can find the openings to hit into his block. Other than that, I guess just like two hit combos, medium, light, and then back off. And hopefully he backs up and then you can go in and hit into his block. Save your charges. There's a few fights that Carvis really works well for, even with the way his Carvis, even with the way his charges work. From what I understand, I mean, from he works really well for the Masacre fight, and he works well for the Killmonger fight. With Corvus, you can probably get Killmonger down, I've heard, and about in a few revives, you can get Killmonger down, like 4 or 5 revives, from what I understand. So he becomes a really good option for that. Um, I have seen it done. I know Seaton did it his with Aegon after the special one, and um, once Aegon is past the 500 hit combo, I think, and you are able to get that ability accuracy, kind of negates some of the. Um, going to go ahead and negate some of the of his damage back ability. Okay, so that's who you use for Killmonger. How many revives did it take you to get through Killmonger? Eight to ten. That's not terrible. So all things considering with Killmonger and the damage that you can take, like the damage back you can take, um, 8 to 10 isn't bad at all. But that is going to do it for me for tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for the short time. Like I said, just testing out the stream, and everything seems to be looking good. So I'm going to go over to my boy Rob Von Schu with regards to his stream, on his stream, and show him some love. Uh, just a great dude. Give me 1 second, and I will. Hey Guido, can you do me a favor and post a link to Rob's chat um, in the to Rob's stream in the chat for me right now? If not, I can go ahead and do it. But yeah, no, like I said, definitely want to go over there to Rob. If you're not already subscribed to him, please give him a subscribe. He's a great guy. He's in the middle of the Tigra. Uh, Tigra. Where is she? There we go. He's in the middle of the grind for Tigra. So really cool hero. What you mean? It's all right. I can take care of it. Give me 1 second. Let me just post a link to um, yeah, Rob's stream. Yes, Guido. Can you post a link to Rob's stream in the chat? Yeah, but he's in the middle of grinding for Tigra. She's a really a fun hero to use. Um, and like I said, I know when you're grinding out heroes like this, featured heroes, it's just a pain in the butt to do. So um, definitely want to give him some support. Like I said, I'm going to I sent a link to the stream. Okay, cool. Uh, uh, 1 second. Let me go and get a link to get a link up for Rob. There we go. Yeah, so definitely want to go over to um no no I was just saying want to make sure others join his stream. Like I said, I'm going to go over there now and check him out. Give him some support as he grinds out Tegra. She's a fun hero, and I know he uses that Elsa Bloodstone, and they have a great synergy together. So, like I said, thanks for tuning in into my stream. Just appreciate you coming through, showing some love and support. Striver, good luck. Looking forward to you finishing the 100%. I'm trying to plan out my second path right now. I am in no rush to run through. So thank you guys for tuning in with me tonight. Have a blessed evening. Oh, and tomorrow I will definitely be doing a big opening. Got some 5 stars, have some 6 stars. So tune in for that, okay? Have a great night, guys. Um, be blessed and see you soon.